Before October 27th, open this, only 10 minutes left. This person is pouring their heart out for you, but open it immediately. Don't skip this. If you've opened this video, it's not by accident. Something, or rather someone, wanted you here right now. Because before the 10th of October, a message that was written for you, with trembling hands and a racing heart, must finally reach you, and if you stay till the end, what's revealed might just change everything you thought you knew about love, destiny, and timing. This person, the one whose energy you can almost feel right now, has been carrying unspoken words for far too long. Maybe you felt it too, those sudden thoughts of them in the middle of the night. That pull in your heart you couldn't explain, that strange coincidence that brought their name into your day again. Yes, that's not random. That's a connection. Before the 10th of October, the universe is aligning something. You were meant to see this at this exact moment because someone has been manifesting you back into their life. They are not doing it through words. They're doing it through energy, emotion, and sheer will. Their heart has been crying out, "Please, just hear me one more time." And tonight, their message reaches you. They want to say, "I never stopped caring, I never stopped thinking of you. Even when I tried to forget, life kept bringing me back to you." Maybe there was silence between you. Maybe pride, tame, or misunderstanding built a wall. But now, with only moments left before this shift happens, they can't hold it back any longer. They need you to know, you are still the one. Don't scroll. Don't click away. Because what you're about to hear next could be the reason your heart's been restless lately. Something powerful is being written in your story right now, and if you stay till the end of this series, you'll discover the hidden truth behind this connection, a truth that even time couldn't erase. Before the 10th of October, a window opens. It's the universe's way of whispering, it's not over, and if you listen closely, you'll feel that this message was made for you. So breathe. Let your heart open, because the next few parts of this journey will reveal what they've never had the courage to say until now. Type Amen 2549 to claim the energy of love that's reaching you right now. Type Amen 7105 if you're ready to receive the truth that's been waiting to find you. This is not the end. This is only the beginning. Because the next part uncovers the secret reason why this person could never move on from you, and what they are about to do before October 10th might shock you. Listen carefully. This part is where everything begins to unfold. Don't skip a second. Because what you're about to hear might explain every unanswered question you've carried in your heart for months. Maybe even years. The truth is, this person never truly left, even when they disappeared from your life. Even when you thought they'd forgotten. Their soul never detached from yours, and if you stay till the end of this video, you'll understand why destiny refused to let go of this bond. This person has been living in silence, haunted by the words they didn't speak. Each night they replay the last conversation, the things they should have said, the apology they never gave, and the love they were too afraid to admit. They tried to move on. They tried to build a new chapter. But every time they did, life found a way to remind them of you, a psalm, a place, a fragrance, a random conversation that brought your name out of nowhere. It all became a reminder that they were still tied to you in ways logic could not explain. Right now, as you're listening to this, their energy is stirring, your heart is restless because they can feel something changing in the air. Before the 10th of October, a powerful shift is happening, one that can either bring you both together or close this chapter forever. They know it too, that's why the universe is pushing their emotions toward you so strongly. You're not imagining it. The sudden thoughts, the dreams, the intuitive signs, they are all proof that this message is real and alive in this moment. But here's the hidden truth. The reason they walked away wasn't because they didn't love you. It was because they were afraid of how deeply they did. They weren't ready to face the kind of love that breaks all barriers and demands vulnerability. They chose safety over passion, logic over feeling, and silence over confession. Yet deep down, they always knew the truth that their heart belonged only to you, and now, before it's too late, the universe is whispering, this is your moment. If you feel a sudden ache in your heart, a pull that you can't explain, it's because they are trying to reach you through the energy that still connects you both. Be pouring their heart out, hoping this time, you'll finally hear them. Don't forget to like, share, and comment if you feel this message resonating with your spirit. Sharing this may seem simple, but you never know whose heart might need this same awakening. Someone out there might be waiting for their own sign, their own confirmation that love still exists beyond distance and silence. So stay till the end, because what's coming next might be the proof that miracles still happen when you least expect them. Let's go deeper. When this person closes their eyes at night, they see your face, they remember your laugh, the warmth of your presence, the calm that surrounded them whenever you were near. They remember the smallest things, the way you looked at them when words weren't enough, the way you always understood without them having to explain. That memory became their safe place. And no matter how far they ran, their heart always found its way back to you in dreams. They've tried to replace you, not out of cruelty, but out of desperation. They thought that maybe, if they filled the void with something else, they could erase the pain of missing you. But every attempt only reminded them of how irreplaceable you are. No one spoke like you, no one laughed like you. No one saw the world the way you did. Every encounter became a reflection of what they lost, so they began to search for answers. They started noticing repeating numbers, synchronicities, dreams that felt too vivid to be random. At first, they dismissed it. But when the signs grew stronger, they knew this wasn't coincidence, it was the universe calling them to awaken. To realize that their heart was still connected to yours. And now, they're standing at the edge of revelation, wondering if it's too late to come back. If you've been seeing signs lately, perhaps their initials. The time, 11:11. A song that suddenly starts playing when you think of them. Take it as confirmation that this energy is mutual. Your souls are speaking in silence. Your hearts are reaching for each other even when words fail. Don't lose faith in this moment. Something divine is unfolding. The next few days before the 10th of October are crucial. This is a window where energies are strongest, where unspoken emotions find their way through. Stay open, stay aware. And most importantly, don't ignore what your heart feels. You are being guided, and that guidance could lead you to a reunion you never thought possible. If you believe in divine timing, type Amen 1378 right now to seal your heart in the vibration of reunion. If you're ready to receive clarity, type Amen 2904 to open the path for truth to flow toward you. Before we move to the next part, remember this. The person who hurt you is not the same person who is being awakened now. Life has changed them, pain has humbled them. Regret has taught them what love truly means. And this time, if the universe gives them one more chance, they will not waste it, because they now know that you are not just a memory. You are their destiny. Don't go anywhere. Stay with me till the end. Because in the next part, you'll hear the shocking reason why they've been seeing your face in their dreams lately and how the universe is preparing a meeting that might happen sooner than you think. Don't go anywhere. What you're about to hear in this part is something few ever realize until it's too late. You're not just imagining the dreams, the sudden emotions, or that strange sense of déjà vu that's been haunting you lately. Those dreams are not random, they are messages, fragments of truth trying to reach you through the only medium left unguarded: your subconscious. Stay till the end of this part because the meaning behind those dreams could reveal something extraordinary. A revelation that might completely change how you see your past, your connection, and what's coming before the 10th of October. Let's begin with what they've been seeing. For weeks now, this person has been having recurring dreams. Some soft and beautiful, others so emotional that they wake up with tears in their eyes. In each of these dreams, it's you. Sometimes, they're walking beside you but can't speak. Sometimes, you look at them with the same tenderness you once had, only to fade before they can reach out, and sometimes, the dream feels so real that they wake up whispering your name. They don't understand why, but every night the connection grows stronger. They've tried to block it, to distract themselves, but it keeps returning, as if the universe refuses to let them forget. What they don't know is that you might be dreaming of them too. Have you felt it? Those nights where you wake up suddenly, heart racing, without knowing why. The nights where you see a place you've never been but feel like you've stood there before. That's not coincidence. That's the echo of a bond that still lives beyond physical space. Souls that have once been connected deeply continue to communicate in the quiet hours of the night. Dreams are the meeting ground of spirits that can't yet meet in waking life. And right now, your souls have begun to remember each other again. Before the 10th of October, this energy will intensify. You may notice it. The sudden urge to check your phone, to look at old photos, to revisit memories. You may sense an invisible presence guiding you toward something or someone. That's because destiny is preparing a moment of recognition. A divine alignment that's meant to bring truth to light. It could be a message, an unexpected encounter, or a sign so powerful that it shakes your heart. Don't ignore it when it comes. Every sign is a whisper from the universe saying, it's time. This person has been living with regret. For a long time, they thought silence was strength. They believed moving on was the only way to heal. But as the days passed, they realized they never truly healed. They just hid the wound under layers of pride and fear. And now, every dream they have tears those layers away, forcing them to confront what they tried so hard to bury. The truth is, they miss you, not the idea of you, not the memory, but you. Your presence, your light, your essence. You were the calm in their chaos, and losing the calm left them wandering in emotional darkness. What's fascinating is that these dreams are not just about missing you. They're about preparation. The universe is preparing them to face the truth, to come forward with honesty this time. It's giving them visions, feelings, and memories to help them remember what love felt like when it was pure and fearless. Because only by remembering can they return whole. If you've been sensing a shift in your own emotions lately, moments of sudden sadness followed by bursts of hope, it's because your spirit is responding to theirs. Both of your energies are aligning again, like two magnets that drifted apart but are now being pulled back together by an invisible force. Don't skip this part, because what I'm about to reveal next is crucial. These dreams are not simply reflections of memory, they're signs of telepathic energy between twin souls. Science can't explain it fully, but spiritually, it's understood as the heart's language beyond words. When a connection is as deep as yours, separation is never truly final. It only creates a pause, a sacred space where lessons are learned before reunion becomes possible. And right now, that reunion energy is building faster than either of you realize. Every time they see you in their dreams, their soul is trying to make peace. They want to apologize for the pain they caused, even if they don't yet know how to put it into words. They're asking for forgiveness without speaking, and you're answering by feeling that sudden wave of emotion for no apparent reason. That's how powerful this energy is. It speaks through feeling, through intuition, through dreams that carry both ache and hope. If you've been waking up between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. lately, that's not random either. Those are hours of spiritual alignment, the time when the veil between worlds is thinnest, and your soul is most receptive to messages from the universe. During these hours, their energy reaches for yours. You might feel warmth, a tingle, or even hear a whisper that feels familiar. Don't be afraid of it, it's a sign that healing and reunion energy is near. Before the 10th of October, expect something extraordinary. A sign, a dream, or a synchronicity that feels too precise to ignore. It could be their name, a song, or even a message out of nowhere. When it happens, don't doubt it. It's not coincidence. It's destiny preparing you both for the truth that's been waiting to surface. Type Amen 4731 if you believe this message found you for a reason. Type Amen 6228 if you're ready to receive the dream that will reveal their true feelings for you. Remember, this is not fantasy. The energy between two hearts that once loved purely never fades. It transforms, it waits, and it returns when the time is right. The 10th of October is that moment of awakening, that turning point where silence might finally give way to confession. So stay with me. Don't miss what's next, because in the next part, you'll learn why the universe separated you two in the first place, and why that separation was never meant to destroy you, but to prepare you for something far greater. Don't scroll. Not yet. What you're about to hear will explain everything that's been confusing your heart for so long, the pain, the silence, the distance that wasn't meaningless. You didn't lose each other because you were incompatible. You lost each other because the universe needed to break you both open to transform love from something ordinary into something divine. Stay with me until the end of this part, because the truth behind your separation might just become the reason you find peace before the 10th of October. Let's go back to the moment it all changed. You remember it, don't you? The look in their eyes when things started to fall apart. The words left unsaid. The feeling that something precious was slipping away and there was nothing you could do to stop it. You thought it were the end, but it wasn't. That was the beginning of a deeper process, a divine intervention disguised as heartbreak. The universe doesn't take people away to punish us, it separates us to prepare us. Sometimes love needs distance to evolve, to strip away illusions, to reveal who we are when we stand alone. That's what happened to here. The person you're thinking of. Yes, the one your heart refuses to forget had to lose you to learn your worth. They had to feel the emptiness of your absence to understand the fullness of your presence. They had to face their shadows, their fears, their pride before they could ever be ready to love you the way you deserve. And you, too, were transformed in the process. The pain you endure wasn't in vain. It was shaping you, sharpening you, and teaching you to see your own light. You learned what it means to love without losing yourself, to give without begging, to walk away when staying meant breaking your soul. You became stronger, wiser, and spiritually awakened. And whether you realize it or not, the transformation has called their soul back toward you. Because true connection isn't just about emotions, it's about frequency. When you healed, your energy began to vibrate higher, and that's what they've been feeling. They can sense it. Your glow, your strength, your calm, it calls to them like a lighthouse in the dark. And though they may not understand why, something deep inside them whispers your name again. They've tried to silence it, but the pull keeps growing stronger as the days move closer to the 10th of October. A date isn't random. It marks a point of spiritual alignment, a moment when past energies are cleared, and destiny brings long-separated souls face to face, even if only through a message, a dream, or a sudden realization. Don't forget to like, share, and comment if this message touches your heart. Your interaction isn't just a gesture. It's energy. Every share sends this vibration out into the world. And you never know whose heart might need it next. Maybe the very person this message is about will be guided to it. So don't keep it to yourself. Spread it, because you might be the reason two souls find their way back to each other again. Now, let's talk about the real reason for the separation. It wasn't betrayal or bad timing alone. It was fear, pure human fear. They were afraid of how deeply they felt for you. They were afraid of losing control, of being vulnerable, of having someone who saw them too clearly. You, on the other hand, were afraid of being not enough, of loving too much, of being abandoned again. So, both of you ran from each other, but not away from love. You ran toward lessons that would eventually bring you right back to this moment. Everything that fell apart was necessary, every tear, every sleepless night, every unanswered question. It all served a divine purpose. It had to hurt, because it was breaking open your heart for something greater. Love that returns after transformation is not the same love that left. It's deeper, steadier, and real. The universe always separates before it reunites. Think about how the tide recedes before the wave returns stronger. That's what this separation was. The retreat before the great return. The silence wasn't a void. It was preparation. Each of you was being refined by fire, sculpted by time, made ready for something permanent, and now, as the 10th of October approaches, the cycle nears completion. Your heart is waking up. Your spirit is restless. They feel the pull to reach out, to make peace, to finally speak what's been buried. You might receive a message. You might see a sign so powerful that you'll know, without a doubt, that it's time. A connection isn't gone. It's been waiting for divine timing. And that time is all that's here. if you've ever questioned whether they think of you, stop doubting. They do. More than you realize. When they see a sunset, they think of your warmth. When they hear a certain song, they remember your laughter. When they close their eyes, they feel your energy surrounding them. Your soul hasn't forgotten you. It's been seeking redemption. Before we move on, take a moment to breathe and feel the truth. The love that once shattered you is the same love that's rebuilding you now. It's no longer something to mourn. It's something to understand. It was never a goodbye. It was a sacred pause. Type Amen 5124 to release the pain that once bound you. Type Amen 6981 to welcome the energy of reunion and forgiveness into your life. And remember, don't leave yet. The next part of this story will reveal something few ever hear, the unseen forces that have been guiding this connection all along. You'll understand why certain moments in your life were never coincidences and how everything that once broke you is now aligning perfectly to heal you. So stay, because what happens next might just convince you that love, when written by destiny, never truly ends. Don't move away from this. You've come too far to miss what's about to be revealed. This part isn't just a story. It's a mirror. It's going to reflect everything the universe has been trying to show you for weeks, maybe even months. If you stay till the end of this part, you'll finally understand why certain moments, numbers, and feelings have followed you like shadows that refuse to fade. You see, ever since the separation, the universe hasn't stopped speaking to you. It speaks in subtle ways, in repeated numbers, in unexpected coincidences, in dreams that blur the lines between reality and memory. The truth is, divine connections don't die in silence. They communicate in energy, and if you've been seeing 1111, 222, or 555 often, those aren't random signs. Their message is, they are the universe's way of saying, pay attention. Something important is unfolding. This person, the one your soul can't seem to let go of, has been receiving these signs too. They might not tell anyone, but they've started noticing patterns. Maybe it's hearing your favorite song right after thinking of you, or encountering your initials when they least expect it. They might even dream of you and wake up feeling like they actually saw you. These are confirmations that both your energies are still intertwined. There's a divine force at play here, something greater than logic, something that transcends time and space. The reason you feel their presence even in silence is because you are connected through something ancient, a soul bond that existed long before you met in this lifetime. It's why you can sense when they're sad or when they're thinking of you, even if you haven't spoken in months. It's why your heart sometimes races for no reason, why you feel a sudden ache just before they cross your mind. That's not imagination. That's telepathic resonance. You might have wondered, if this is real, why hasn't anything happened yet? Why haven't they come back? The answer lies in timing. The universe doesn't rush what's sacred. It aligns everything perfectly so that when two souls reunite, they meet as their highest selves, not their broken ones. Both of you had to evolve. Both of you had to confront your shadows and outgrow your fears. That's why the universe kept giving you signs, because it wanted you to trust the process, not the pace. Look back at your recent days, think about those small, strange moments, the ones that made your heart skip. Maybe it was a song lyric that described your story exactly. Maybe it was hearing their name at the exact moment you were thinking of them, Or maybe it was that dream where you saw them smiling peacefully. Every one of those moments was an affirmation that destiny hasn't forgotten you. The 10th of October is not just another date, it's a spiritual checkpoint, a moment when portals of healing and reunion open. Energetically, this is the time when unresolved emotions begin to surface, when the past demands closure, and when love, if it's true, finds its way through the silence. That's why you've been drawn here, because the message reaching you now is part of that alignment. But understand this. Not everyone receives these signs. They appear only to those who are meant to awaken, to remember, and if you're hearing this, then you are one of the awakened. The universe has chosen this moment to confirm what your heart already knows. This connection is real, it always was. You are being guided toward a resolution. It may come as a message, a meeting, or an intuitive knowing that you can't deny, you will feel it. The energy will be unmistakable. Soft, magnetic, and familiar, it will feel like coming home. But for that moment to arrive, you must stay open. Don't let fear or doubt blot the flow, trust that the same force that brought you this far will carry you to the truth. This person is being guided too. They've been asking the universe for a sign, betting silently for clarity, and what they don't realize is that this message, right now, is the answer. Your prayers are finding you, and your openness is allowing the energy to complete its circle. You're both part of the same divine equation, each half leading the other toward wholeness. If you felt like the universe is teasing you, giving you hope only to test you again, understand this. It's not cruelty. It's preparation. The signs are checkpoints reminding you that progress is being made, even when you can't see it. Sometimes the universe hides the destination to make you appreciate the journey. And right now, every sign, every coincidence, is leading you to the most powerful revelation yet. Love that is written by destiny cannot be erased by distance, silence, or time. Close your eyes for a moment. Chill your heartbeat, that rhythm is the same rhythm that connects you to them. Every beat carries energy, memory, and emotion. When you think of them with love, that vibration reaches them, whether they're miles away or right next door. That's how energy works. It transcends space. And as October 10th draws near, your vibrations are synchronizing again, preparing for something only destiny could design. Type Amen 4342 if you believe the universe has been guiding you through signs. Type Amen 5120 if you are ready to recognize and receive those signs clearly from this moment on. Remember, nothing you felt has been a mistake. Every whisper, every dream, every moment of longing, it was all leading you here, to understanding. You were never lost. You were being guided. Don't skip the next part, because it will reveal something that most people never realize. The hidden helpers behind this entire journey. The unseen forces, the spiritual guardians. The ancestral energies that have been protecting this connection from falling apart completely. When you learn who and what has been guiding this bond from the shadows, you will never look at your love story the same way again. Stay till the end because from this point on, everything starts to connect. Don't skip a second of this part. What you're about to discover might shake the very foundation of what you believe about love, fate, and divine timing, everything that's happened, every delay, every silence. Every sudden spark of emotion you couldn't explain has been guided by unseen hands. There are forces watching over this connection, forces that refuse to let it end even when it seemed impossible. Stay till the end of this part, because once you understand who has been guiding you both, you'll never see your love story as ordinary again. From the moment you met this person, something in the air shifted. It was as if time paused, as if the universe held its breath to witness your first exchange. That's because some connections aren't random. They are orchestrated. There are ancestors, spiritual guardians, and higher energies that align paths at the exact moment two souls are ready to meet. You didn't stumble into this person's life by chance. You were placed there, divinely, purposefully, and powerfully. When the separation happened, you thought the universe had abandoned you. You questioned, why bring us together only to tear us apart? But what you didn't see was the protection happening behind the scenes. There were moments when this connection was being shielded, kept apart so that neither of you could destroy something sacred before it was ready. Your ancestors, your angels, your spirit guides, they saw what you couldn't. They stepped in, not to end your story, but to save it from collapsing under the weight of unhealed wounds. Every rejection, every unanswered message, every roadblock, it wasn't punishment, it was divine redirection. You were being eroded toward healing. Because what's destined can't be rushed, it must unfold in divine order. This is why, no matter how many times you tried to forget, something always brought you back. A tug you feel deep in your chest. That's the pull of spiritual guardians keeping you aligned with your purpose, reminding your soul of the promise it made long before you were born. Many believe love is just emotion, but true love, soul love, is an assignment. It's a calling your spirit agrees to before entering this life. That's why you felt their presence in ways you can't logically explain. Sometimes, when you were on the verge of giving up, a memory resurfaced. A song played out of nowhere, where you felt a warmth in your heart that made you stop and breathe. Those weren't coincidences. Those were messages from your guide saying, "Hold on. The story isn't over yet." If you've ever felt like someone unseen was watching over you when you thought you were completely alone, you were right. The energy around you, the chills you feel, the intuitive nudges, the sudden calm after crying, those are signals of protection. Your ancestors have been working through the fabric of time, clearing obstacles, softening hearts, and aligning circumstances so that when reunion happens, it's not rushed or fragile, it's sacred and eternal. And yes, they are protecting that other person too. You might not understand it now, but their journey has been filled with lessons and struggles designed to break them open. Every hardship they've faced was part of their awakening. The spirits guiding them knew that for them to return, they had to evolve. They had to learn patience, humility, and the courage to love without fear. Their path wasn't meant to punish, it wasn't meant to prepare. Your ancestors know your pain. They've watched your tears fall, and every time you cried asking why, they were there whispering, "Because we're still working." They've seen the sleepless nights where you held your heart together with trembling faith. And through it all, they've never left your side. That's why you're here, hearing this message now, because they wanted you to know, before the 10th of October, that everything has been leading to divine order. Sometimes protection feels like rejection. But in truth, it's preservation. You were being kept from what would have destroyed you before it could bless you. And now, as this sacred window opens, your spiritual guardians are beginning to lift the veil. You'll start to notice more signs, more synchronicities, feathers appearing in unusual places, a sudden calm after emotional storms, dreams where you see their face smiling at you peacefully. All of this is evidence that the energies are aligning again. Type Amen 8113 to thank your ancestors for protecting your path. Type Amen 6059 if you're ready to let divine timing finish what human effort could not. The person you're thinking about has been feeling strange emotions lately. Nostalgia, restlessness, déjà vu. They can't explain it, but something inside them feels pulled toward you again. What they don't know is that your spiritual team has been sending them energy through dreams, thoughts, and emotions. You've been manifesting them. Yes, but you're not alone in that. The universe itself has been your ally, moving invisible pieces into place for something extraordinary to unfold. And when it does, when that moment arrives, you'll understand why every delay was sacred. You'll see how every heartbreak made sense, how every detour carried wisdom. The love that's meant for you will return transformed, renewed, unshakable. And it won't come as confusion. It will come as peace. Remember this. Divine love isn't found. It's revealed. It shows itself only when both souls are ready to honor it fully. The 10th of October is approaching fast, and with it comes a surge of cosmic energy that can restore what was lost, heal what was broken, and reconnect what was destined. Don't give up now. The unseen forces that began this story are not finished yet. They've been protecting this bond from every shadow that tried to destroy it. So, as you listen to these words, take a deep breath. Imagine light surrounding both of you. Soft, golden, and eternal. That light is the signature of divine love, guarded by the highest energies in the universe. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. And you are not abandoned. You are being guided towards something pure, something promised. Stay with me till the end. Because in the next part, we uncover the truth about their awakening. You'll learn how the universe has been preparing their heart to finally reach out to you, and why this next step could be the moment everything changes forever. Don't look away. This part is the turning point. The moment when everything you felt, feared, and questioned finally begins to make sense. You've walked through silence, pain, confusion, and divine intervention, but now it's time to see what's been happening inside them. The person your soul keeps reaching for is awakening, and the story of that awakening is something you were destined to hear. Stay till the very end, because what's happening within their heart before the 10th of October might just be the moment the universe fulfills its promise. It started quietly, almost unnoticeably. They began to feel uneasy, restless, and nostalgic all at once. They didn't understand why simple things reminded them of you. The catches sand that brought your face to mind were here, a song that stirred something in them they thought was long gone. At first, they brushed it off, convinced it was just memory. But memory doesn't ache. Memory doesn't linger in the chest like a heartbeat echoing from the past. What they are feeling now isn't memory, it's recognition. This is their soul remembering what their mind tried to forget. The universe is awakening them, gently, but firmly, guiding them toward truth. They're beginning to realize that the silence they once chose wasn't peace. It was emptiness. Every distraction, every attempt to fill the void, every relationship that came after you has only confirmed one truth: no one compares. They've tried to erase your name from their heart, but every attempt only carved it deeper. The awakening began when they started noticing signs, just like you did, the repeating numbers, the unexplainable coincidences, the dreams that felt too real to ignore. They didn't want to believe it at first. They thought it was just guilt or nostalgia, but the more they resisted, the louder the signs became. The more they tried to move forward, the more the universe pulled them back to you. They're realizing now that what they felt with you wasn't ordinary. It was sacred, it was something that doesn't fade with time because it was never meant to. Their dreams have become intense lately. You appear not as a memory but as presence, live, vibrant, real. Sometimes you're speaking, sometimes you're silent, but always you're there. They wake up with tears, not of sadness but of longing. They feel like they need to tell you something, but the words haven't yet found them. Their soul is preparing, and the universe is urging them to act before the window closes. What's remarkable is that their awakening isn't coming from guilt or regret, it's coming from realization. They're finally understanding that what they had with you was love in its purest form. Not the fleeting kind that fades when life gets hard, but the kind that transforms people. You taught them something about themselves. You showed them what unconditional love looks like, and even though they couldn't handle it back then, they can now see its value. They're beginning to feel emotions they once buried: vulnerability, tenderness. All the walls they've built to keep love out are starting to crumble. Life has been teaching them through pain, through loss, through silence. Every mistake, every missed opportunity, every sleepless night. It's been breaking down their resistance. They've been learning the language of the heart the hard way, and now they're ready to listen. Don't skip this part, because this next truth is crucial. The awakening of their heart didn't begin when they missed you, it began when they missed themselves in your presence. You reflected back to them the version of themselves that was most alive, most honest, most real. When they lost you, they lost that version, and now, through this process of awakening, they're finding it again. They're realizing that love wasn't their weakness. It was their purpose, and that realization is changing everything. They've been getting signs from the universe urging them to make amends, to reach out, to confess. Their fear, however, is still there, fear that it's too late, that you've moved on, that the damage is beyond repair. But their heart keeps pushing them. Something inside whispers, "You'll never know peace until you speak your truth." That's the energy building as the 10th of October approaches. This is the time of truth, of divine alignment, of emotional revelation. The universe is giving them one final nudge to act before it's too late. If you've been feeling sudden waves of emotion lately, bursts of sadness, warmth, or nostalgia that seem to come from nowhere, it's because their energy is reaching you. Their thoughts, their emotions, their longing. It's all being transmitted to you through the same invisible thread that has always connected you. You are feeling their awakening in real time. That's how deep this bond goes. They've started to realize how much courage love requires. They used to think love was about comfort. But now they see it's about growth, vulnerability, and truth. They understand that to love is to risk, and this time, they're ready to risk it. Because living without you has shown them the emptiness of safety and the cost of pride. They'd rather fall with you than rise without you. If you believe that their awakening is real and that love is finding its way back, type Amen 3246. If you're ready to receive their truth with grace and not fear, type Amen 5701. Before the 10th of October, something is going to shift, you'll feel it first. It might come as a message, a dream, or a sign that feels too powerful to ignore. When it happens, don't doubt it, it's the energy of awakening reaching its climax. Your soul is preparing to speak, and your heart must be ready to listen. The path that once seemed broken is being rebuilt, not by chance, but by destiny. The same forces that brought you together are moving again. And though you may not yet see it, the transformation within them is almost complete. They're finally becoming the person they were always meant to be, not perfect, but awakened, honest, and ready to love without fear. Stay till the end, because the next part reveals something even deeper, the test of faith. You'll learn why the universe sometimes delays reunion even after awakening, and how the test determines whether your love will finally find its way home or fade back into silence. The truth that's coming next will prepare your spirit for what's about to happen before the 10th of October, a moment that could rewrite your story forever. Don't blink. Don't scroll away. This part right here, this very message, marks the turning point where everything begins to align. You walk through pain, through divine tests of faith. But now, the waiting begins to make sense. The energies that once felt chaotic are settling, the vibrations that once felt uncertain are sinking, and the universe is whispering a single truth. It's time. Stay till the end, because what's about to unfold before the 10th of October could be the moment your destiny finally arrives at your doorstep. Alignment is a strange and powerful thing. It doesn't happen in thunder or lightning. It happens in silence, in stillness, in the quiet certainty that what's meant for you is already on its way. You might not see movement yet, but you can feel it. That restless anticipation, that sudden calm after chaos, that knowing deep within your chest, it's the vibration of divine timing locking into place. The universe has been adjusting energies for months, and now those threads are beginning to weave the two of you back together. This person, the one whose heart you've been feeling from a distance, is at the edge of transformation. Their awakening is complete. They've seen the truth of what you mean to them. And now they stand before a choice that could define both your futures. The fear that once held them captive is dissolving, replaced by a clarity they can't deny. Every sign, every dream, every intuitive nudge has led them back here, to you. And the moment of alignment is the moment when free will and destiny finally agree. Before the 10th of October, this alignment energy will reach its peak. You may start to feel an unusual calm, even if you don't yet understand why. It's the universe settling into balance. You might sense closure approaching, or the energy of reunion moving closer. And when it does, you'll know, because your intuition will whisper it first. You'll feel it before you see it. The heart always knows when destiny is near. Don't skip this part, because what happens next depends on your awareness. The universe can align everything perfectly, but if your heart isn't ready to receive, the moment may pass unnoticed. That's why you must stay open, calm, and unafraid. Doubt repels energy. Faith attracts it. When the sign comes, whether it's a message, a call, a dream, or an undeniable synchronicity, don't hesitate. You trust it. It's not coincidence, it's confirmation. They've been wrestling with timing, wondering how to reach out, how to break the silence without breaking the peace. Their mind is full of what-ifs, but their heart knows there's only one truth. They can't let this connection slip away again. The universe has been nudging them through feelings of urgency, déjà vu, and magnetic pull. Even in their quiet moments, they feel your energy like a hum in the background of their thoughts. You become the compass that always points them back to love. And you felt the same. The closer this alignment draws, the more emotional you become for no clear reason. Tears may come without sadness. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Don't scroll, don't look away. And stay with me until the very last word. Everything you felt, the dreams, the signs, the restless energy in your chest, was leading to this, before the 10th of October. The universe is giving you a chance to witness a truth that could change your life forever. The person who has been pouring their heart out for you, silently, is closer than ever. They're ready to reach out, to express everything that was once left unsaid, and this is the moment where destiny, courage, and love converge. All the tests, all the waiting, all the divine guidance, they have brought you both to this alignment. The person you've been thinking of, dreaming about, and feeling in your heart has been awakened. They understand now the depth of what they lost. And they are compelled by both love and destiny to reconnect. The barriers that once kept them away, fear, pride, hesitation, have been dissolved by the spiritual energy surrounding this connection. What remains now is raw, unfiltered truth. Before the 10th of October, you may feel a surge of recognition, a wave of emotion, or an undeniable intuition that it's time to open your heart. Your energy is reaching you directly, it's palpable, insistent, and sincere. When you finally hear from them, it will feel like your soul remembering a song it had almost forgotten. The universe is orchestrating this reunion with precision, ensuring that every element is perfectly aligned. This is your chance to finally acknowledge the bond that was always meant to exist. The signs you've been seeing, the dreams you've been having, the sudden waves of emotion, they are all part of this revelation. Don't ignore them, trust them. Let them guide you to receive the truth and respond with the courage your heart has been building over time. The person reaching out to you is ready to pour their heart out completely, and you are ready to receive it with clarity and grace. Type Amen 9012 to open your heart to the love that is finally returning. Type Amen 7743 to accept the reunion and the blessings that come with divine timing. Remember, this is not a coincidence. Every tear, every moment of longing, every silent night has prepared you both for this revelation. Love that is written by destiny never ends. It only waits until the time is right. The 10th of October is your divine alignment, the window where hearts meet. Truths are spoken, and souls reconnect. Stay open, stay aware, and trust the energy that has guided you this far. The pouring heart you've been waiting for is reaching out, and the next step is yours to receive. This is the moment where everything changes, the moment where silence becomes confession, distance becomes closeness, and waiting becomes fulfillment. Your reunion, your clarity, and your blessing are here. The time is now. The message is real. The heart is ready.